remember that he was one of the most popular and learned Pharisees. And so I suspect that he could grab those scriptures out of what we call the New Testament or the Old Testament so easily. And if you ever did a deep, deep study into Paul's writings, you would see that so much of what he said came right from his Old Testament learning, but through the salvation of Jesus Christ for his life. And so Psalms 112:9, he writes using actually two other Old Testament writings, one from Hosea and one from Isaiah. Verse 10 tells us, the most generous God who gives seed to the farmer that becomes bread for your meals is more than extravagant with you. Isaiah says, Isaiah 55:10, if you want to mark that down at your Psalm 112, you can look it up later. He references to this, which praises God for the one who gives seed to the farmer, and that becomes bread for the meals. The second he drew from Hosea 10:12. You can write that in as well, which promises a harvest of blessing, again, more extravagant than you know. You know, this all sounds so good, but if we don't use this as a tool, as Pastor Deb said last night, even with the things on the tarmac in Haiti, it's not going to do us any good, and it's not going to do anyone any good. And all it's going to do is stress out our lives more, and we're going to think, as we go down the weeks, oh man, I remember what Pastor Debbie said, and I'm not doing it, and I feel so guilty, I feel so stressed. Don't miss the blessing. Jesus is begging you, don't look at your circumstances. Look at me. I love it. Sometimes I'm in the midst of something that I really shouldn't be in the midst of. In my thinking, in my doing, something someone else could do better than me, and somehow I've just kind of gotten in that trap. You ever been there? And this is what I hear, and I ask the Lord to say it really, really loud in my spirit. And he says, his familiar name for me is Alex. And he says, Alex, over here. I'm over here. Leave that be. Come to me. What a gift. What a gift to hear the Lord above my own din, above my own circumstances. Look at Matthew 11:28.